All right, so today we're going to really dig into what makes restaurants tick. Beyond just the food,
Yeah.
we're going to be looking at a restaurant success blog and really see what they have to say about making a restaurant a real success.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that because this blog really emphasizes that it's not just about, the food you're serving.
Right.
It's about the whole experience.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, think about, have you ever gone to a place where the food was amazing?
Oh, yeah.
But you just felt like the service wasn't there, the atmosphere wasn't right. And you're like, I don't know if I would come back here.
Absolutely. It's like they say in the blog, great food will get them in the door.
Yeah.
But it's the service that keeps them coming back.
Yeah.
And that's really the key.
So how do you do that? I mean, is it just about being friendly?
Well, I mean, friendliness is part of it,
Right.
but it's really about well-trained staff,
Mhm.
right? People who know how to anticipate your needs and create an experience that's just seamless and enjoyable. You think about that waiter who remembers your drink order or knows when to, suggest dessert.
Yeah.
They're not just taking orders, they're building a relationship.
Okay, but how do you do that? Especially when you have new staff coming in all the time.
That's where the training comes in, right? The blog really emphasizes consistent training as the foundation. And they even suggest doing role-playing scenarios for new hires.
Okay.
Everything from handling difficult customers to upselling strategically.
Oh, wow. So it's like,
It's like service boot camp.
yeah, like a service boot camp. I can see how that would be really valuable.
Absolutely. You want
Yeah.
that smooth, coordinated service that you see in those really top-notch places.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not just about the mechanics. It's about really instilling that customer-centric mindset, like empowering them to solve problems, recognizing when they do a good job, even training for empathy.
Empathy, that's an interesting one.
Yeah. Imagine a server notices you seem stressed or rushed.
Yeah.
They might kind of adjust their pace a little bit or just offer reassurance that everything's under control, maybe even just lend an ear.
Right.
It's really about recognizing that each customer is an individual
Yeah.
with their own needs and emotions.
Okay, but wouldn't that take a lot of training?
It does, but the blog argues it's a really worthwhile investment.
Okay.
They really point out that, happy, well-trained employees lead to happy, loyal customers. And those loyal customers are the lifeblood of any successful restaurant.
So we've got the service down, but what about the atmosphere? I mean, I've been to places with great food,
Yeah.
great service, but the ambiance just wasn't quite right.
Yeah, ambiance is huge. And it's not just about, fancy decorations either. It's about all these little elements that create that really immersive dining experience.
So we're talking about lighting, music, the layout of the tables.
All of that, yeah. It's about crafting a mood that really aligns with the restaurant's concept.
Oh.
A bustling, brightly lit space might be great for a casual diner,
Right.
but a dimly lit, intimate setting might be perfect for a romantic bistro.
Yeah.
Even things like the music volume,
Oh, yeah.
the comfort of the seating, all of that plays into it.
I've definitely been to places where the music was so loud I couldn't even hear the person across from me.
Exactly. That could really kill the vibe.
Totally. So how do restaurants get this balance right?
Well, they suggest, really carefully, considering all these elements,
Right.
tailoring them to the specific atmosphere you want to create.
Yeah.
They even talk about soundscaping,
Soundscaping.
which is basically using sound strategically to enhance the whole experience. Think about subtle background music that complements the cuisine,
Okay.
or even nature sounds to create a more relaxing ambiance.
Wow, it's really like they're creating a whole sensory experience.
Oh,
It's not
gee.
just about the food anymore.
It's about the whole package.
Yeah.
But, it's not enough to just create a great ambiance.
Right.
It has to work together with operational efficiency,
Especially when it gets busy.
especially during those peak hours, right? Even the most beautiful restaurant can fall apart
Yeah.
if the service is slow and disorganized.
Exactly. So what's the secret?
Well, technology can play a big role here.
Okay.
The blog talks about tools like POS systems and mobile ordering apps.
Oh, so those little tablets you see the waiters carrying around.
Yeah, those are more than just gadgets.
Okay.
They're actually streamlining the whole ordering and payment process.
Interesting.
It can help reduce errors, speed up service, even provide data that the restaurant can use to get even better.
So it's really making things more efficient.
Absolutely. But even with the best technology,
Yeah.
you still need that human element, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
How do you keep staff motivated and performing at their best, especially when things get crazy?
It's about creating a culture of appreciation and recognition,
Okay.
making employees feel valued and celebrated for what they bring to the table.
Yeah. I mean, a little appreciation can go a long way.
It really can.
Yeah.
And it's not just about saying good job.
Right.
The blog suggests things like, an Employee of the Month program,
Oh.
peer-to-peer recognition, maybe even shout-outs on social media.
Oh, I like that. Public recognition.
Yeah, it can really boost morale and reinforce those positive behaviors
For sure.
that lead to success.
So you've got happy, motivated staff, great atmosphere technology working for you.
Yeah.
What's next?
Well, in today's world, you can't ignore social media.
Right.
It's become essential for engaging with customers, promoting specials,
Yeah.
even providing customer service.
I definitely follow my favorite restaurants on social media.
Me too.
Yeah,
It's a great way to stay up to date on new menu items, events, and all that.
totally. And the blog talks about going beyond just posting pretty pictures of food.
Right.
They suggest using it for targeted promotions, like offering discounts to followers or running contests.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I've definitely fallen for those tempting food photos. And special offers more times than I can count.
But what I find really interesting is how restaurants are using it for customer service.
It's a really powerful platform for that.
Yeah.
You can interact directly with customers, address concerns. The blog really stresses the importance of responding to reviews, both positive and negative, publicly and professionally.
So even if someone leaves a really bad review, you don't just ignore it.
You don't. It's an opportunity to show potential customers how you handle tough situations. They suggest acknowledging all feedback, offering solutions,
Okay.
maybe even inviting dissatisfied customers to continue the conversation privately.
So it's really about transparency and showing that you're committed to customer satisfaction.
Exactly. But social media isn't just about putting out fires or promoting specials either.
Okay.
It's about building a community around your brand.
A community. How do you do that online?
Well, for one thing, encourage user-generated content.
Okay.
Repost photos that customers share of their meals or experiences.
I love seeing those.
It shows appreciation.
Yeah.
Makes people feel like they're part of something.
Yeah, and it makes it feel more authentic, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they also suggest using things like polls and questions to engage followers, get their opinions on potential menu items or specials.
So you're not only connecting with customers, but you're gathering valuable insights.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
That's really smart.
But it's not just about engaging online, right? The blog also talks about creating those memorable experiences in the restaurant itself.
So going beyond just serving food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crafting those unique experiences that go beyond the expected.
Like what?
Like themed nights, live music,
Okay.
maybe interactive dining experiences where the customers are more involved.
I've seen some places do things like cooking classes or wine pairings.
Yeah, those are great examples.
It's about making it an event.
It's about creating that sense of novelty and excitement that keeps people coming back for more.
It's about making the restaurant a destination, not just a place to eat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you combine all that with exceptional service,
Yeah.
a welcoming, ambiance-savvy use of technology,
Right.
you've got a real recipe for success.
So it's really starting to come together here. But let's be real. The restaurant industry is tough.
It is.
What does the blog have to say about navigating those challenges?
They really emphasize staying adaptable and embracing change. The industry is constantly evolving.
Right.
New trends are always popping up.
So you can't just get comfortable even if you're doing well.
Exactly. You got to stay informed.
Yeah.
Experiment with new ideas. Be willing to pivot your strategy when necessary.
That makes a lot of sense. But it sounds like a lot to manage.
It is. It's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
But they offer a framework for managing it effectively.
Okay.
It's about having clear goals, establishing systems and processes, constantly evaluating your performance.
So being organized and strategic, not just whimming it.
Exactly. And they also emphasize surrounding yourself with a strong team,
Okay.
from skilled chefs to passionate servers.
Right.
Savvy managers. The right people can make all the difference.
It sounds like it's really a team effort.
It absolutely is. And they really emphasize investing in your team's development and well-being. Create a positive work environment where everyone feels valued, supported, motivated.
I can see how that would make a big difference.
It really does. It all ties back to that idea of creating a positive experience for everyone.
For everyone involved.
Yeah, for the customers, for the staff. It's a holistic approach.
It's fascinating how much goes into making a restaurant truly successful.
It really is. It's more than just good food. It's about creating a whole ecosystem.
An ecosystem where everyone thrives.
Exactly. And that's a powerful concept to think about.
And that brings us to the end of part 1 of our deep dive into restaurant success.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground, but there's still so much more to explore.
Make sure you tune in for part 2, where we'll continue this conversation and delve even deeper into the world of restaurants.
See you there.
So continuous growth, what does that really look like in practice?
Well, it's like this ongoing quest for improvement.
Okay.
The blog talks about regularly gathering feedback from customers.
Right.
Like through surveys, reviews, even just conversations. And using that information to figure out where you're doing great and where you can get even better.
So it's not just a one-time fix?
No, it's a constant process.
Okay.
And they even suggest, involving your whole team in this.
Oh, interesting.
Like encouraging your staff to suggest improvements based on what they see every day.
Yeah, they're the ones on the front lines.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But, we've talked about all this great service and atmosphere.
Yeah.
But what happens when it gets really busy?
A dinner rush.
Yeah. How do you maintain those standards when the pressure is on?
That's where preparation comes in, right?
Okay.
Having a solid game plan. The blog talks about things like, staffing strategies. Using data to predict those peak hours and making sure you have enough people on hand.
Right. You don't want to be short-staffed when it hits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is where those POS systems we talked about can be really helpful.
Oh, right.
Streamlining everything from order taking to payment processing.
Okay.
It helps keep things running smoothly even when it's crazy busy.
So it's all about efficiency.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you still got to keep that human element in mind.
Of course. How do you keep your staff motivated?
Yeah, especially in that kind of fast-paced environment.
Exactly.
It's about creating a culture of appreciation.
Oh.
Recognition,
Okay.
making sure your employees feel valued and celebrated.
I mean, a little appreciation goes a long way.
It really does.
Oh, wait.
And it doesn't have to be anything fancy.
Right.
The blog suggests things like an Employee of the Month program,
Okay.
peer-to-peer recognition, maybe even shout-outs on social media.
Oh, yeah, like public recognition.
Exactly.
I like that.
It can really boost morale, and it also reinforces those positive behaviors that contribute to the restaurant's success.
Okay, so you've got happy, motivated staff, a great atmosphere, technology working for you. What else is there?
Well, you can't forget about social media these days.
Right.
It's become a vital tool for restaurants.
For sure.
Engaging with customers, promoting specials,
Yeah.
even providing customer service.
I definitely follow my favorite restaurants online.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's a great way to stay up to date on everything.
Yeah. New menu items, events, all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the blog talks about going beyond just posting those,
Those pretty food pics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They suggest using it for targeted promotions,
Okay.
like offering discounts to followers,
Right.
running contests to generate buzz.
I have to admit, I've been lured in by those tempting food photos and special offers.
Oh, me too. More times than I can count.
But what I find really interesting is how restaurants are using social media for customer service.
It's become a really powerful platform for that.
Yeah.
You can interact directly with customers, address concerns. The blog really stresses the importance of responding to reviews,
Okay.
both the good and the bad, publicly and professionally.
So even if someone leaves a really scathing review, you don't just ignore it.
No, you don't. It's actually an opportunity to show potential customers how you handle those tough situations. They suggest acknowledging all feedback, offering solutions.
Right.
Maybe even inviting dissatisfied customers to continue the conversation privately.
So it's really about being transparent.
Yeah.
Showing that you care about customer satisfaction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But social media is not just about, putting out fires or promoting specials either.
Okay, what else is it about?
It's about building a community around your brand.
A community. How do you do that online?
Well, one way is to encourage user-generated content.
Okay.
Like reposting photos that customers share of their meals or experiences.
Oh, yeah, I love seeing those.
It shows appreciation.
Yeah, it does.
Makes people feel like they're part of something.
And it makes it feel more authentic, too.
Exactly. The blog also suggests using things like polls and questions to engage followers. Get their opinions on potential menu items or specials.
So you're not only connecting with customers, but you're also getting valuable feedback.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
That's really smart.
But, it's not just about engaging online.
Right.
It's also about creating those memorable experiences in the restaurant itself.
So going beyond just, the food on the plate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crafting unique experiences that go beyond the expected.
Okay, give me an example.
Like themed nights, live music.
Okay.
Maybe even some interactive dining experiences where customers are more involved.
I've seen some places do like cooking classes or wine pairings.
Yeah, those are great examples.
It's about making it an event.
Exactly. It's about creating that sense of novelty and excitement that keeps people coming back for more.
So it's really about making the restaurant a destination, not just a place to eat.
Exactly. And when you combine all that with that exceptional service, the welcoming ambiance, the savvy use of technology,
it all comes together.
You've got a recipe for success.
So we're really starting to see the big picture here. But, the restaurant industry is notoriously challenging.
It is.
What kind of advice does the blog offer for navigating those challenges?
They really emphasize staying adaptable.
Okay.
Embracing change. The industry is constantly evolving.
Right.
New trends are popping up all the time.
So you can't just rest on your laurels, even if you're doing well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Got to stay informed.
Yeah.
Experiment with new ideas.
Yeah.
Be willing to pivot when you need to.
That makes sense. But it sounds like a lot to manage.
It is. There are a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
But the blog offers a framework for doing it effectively.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's about having clear goals, establishing systems and processes, constantly evaluating your performance.
So being organized and strategic, not just, flying by the seat of your pants.
Exactly. And they also emphasize surrounding yourself with a strong team.
Okay.
Skilled chefs,
Yeah.
passionate servers, savvy managers.
Yeah, the right people can make all the difference.
Yeah, they really can. It's a team effort.
For sure.
And they talk about investing in your team's development and well-being.
Okay.
Creating a positive work environment where everyone feels valued, supported, motivated.
That makes sense. It's incredible how much goes into it.
Right.
I mean, from the food to the service to the whole experience.
Yeah. It really is about creating this symphony of elements that all work together.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder.
It does make you wonder, doesn't it?
What?
If the restaurant industry is raising the bar for customer experience, what does that mean for other industries?
Okay.
Could these same principles be applied elsewhere to create that wow factor?
Okay, give me an example.
Well, imagine like a retail store that goes beyond just, displaying merchandise.
Right.
What if they created this immersive shopping experience with personalized recommendations, interactive displays, staff who are like style advisors? Or what about a healthcare provider that focuses on creating a really calming and welcoming atmosphere?
Oh, yeah.
Instead of that typical sterile environment.
Wow, those are great examples.
Right.
I'm suddenly seeing all these restaurant success principles in a whole new light. It's about understanding what customers truly value and going above and beyond to deliver it.
Absolutely. And I think it's a trend we're going to see more and more of as consumers become even more discerning.
Yeah, they're definitely raising their expectations.
They are.
Well, this has been an amazing deep dive.
It has.
It's incredible how much we can learn from the restaurant industry,
Right.
even if we're not in the business of serving food.
Yeah. It's really about creating experiences that connect with people on a deeper level.
Absolutely. And that's something for all of you listening out there to think about.
Yeah.
How can you apply these principles to enhance the experiences you create, whether it's in your work or even your personal life?
Good question.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. It's been a real pleasure.
Likewise.
And for all of you listening out there, we'll see you next time for another deep dive